Hey, so we just woke up and we are getting ready to go to the digitour that O2L is hosting. And yeah, I don't know what to expect, so it's gonna be so cool. And we're going in San Francisco. Birthday, I got my birthday money together and I was watching O2L videos and I came across their video about their digitour and I was like, I'm gonna go. So I called my best friend Mallory and we got her mom to get the tickets, and she even like stayed home from work to make sure she got them as soon as they went on sale because we had to go to school, so we couldn't do it. And then I gave her my birthday money or whatever, and then we like set a timer from like back in February, and we were like, okay, we're gonna wait all this time to like and see the timer just go by because it'll get us more excited. And then it finally happened yesterday, and I got home really late so I couldn't make a video about it, but it was so fun and it was honestly hands down the best day of my life. Okay, so first we woke up early and we got there and we saw that the boys were tweeting about people already being outside, and I was like, gosh, we're not going to get there early enough, we're going to get way in the back. But when we got there was like 50 people, I think. And when we got in line, it was the line here, the tour bus here, and we were like right by the tour bus, which means we were really close to the front of the line. And then by like, we got there at 11 o'clock, like it was like 11:10 or 11:20, and we didn't get let in until 3 o'clock, so we were there for 4 hours waiting. And as time went on, the line just got longer, and it went all the way down the street and turned the corner, and it was like crazy, like it was like a block long. And then, like every now and then we'd see them like come out, and like when we were walking to get in line, I was so nervous and like excited. My legs were shaking and I couldn't even like walk. Like I felt like I was gonna fall over. And then after we were waiting a while in line, Connor pulled up in a car right by the line and got out of the car and went into the tour bus. And I'd never seen one of the, like, the only celebrity I've ever seen in person was Drake, because he was at a basketball game and he was on the court and I was in nosebleed, so that really didn't count. And I saw an Alicia Keys concert, which again was far away, but this is the first time I saw someone, like a famous person in person, this close, like that I'm like obsessed with them. Like, it was crazy, and I was like shaking and like my camera wasn't working and I was like freaking out, and it was crazy. And then after that, we were standing there and me and my friend Mallory started talking, and then these two girls next to us started talking to us, and so we became friends with them and we got their Twitters and stuff, and then we were just like talking to them and stuff. And then after that, we saw Sam and Trevor and Trevor's mom, and it was so funny. In the video that my friend got, you can just hear her screaming, "Oh my god, it's Trevor's mom!" Like she didn't even care about the other guys. She just cared about Trevor's mom. And then, so they went in, and there was someone with them, and I swear it was JC. I could only see the back of his head, but I know it was JC. It was his hair. He was wearing a blue bandana, and I swear it was JC, but everyone was trying to say it wasn't, because later he came in a car, and so I was like, that had to be JC. But, so I don't know when the first time I ever saw JC in person was. But, then Ricky came, and they came from the hotel, and Ricky got out of the car and JC got out of the car with him, and JC wasn't wearing a bandana, he was wearing glasses, and so I was like, maybe I didn't see him, but that had to be him, so I don't know. And so they got out, and everyone was freaking out, and then Ricky like waved, and it was like so special, and we were so close, and it was so cool. so. And the next thing that happened is Sam came out of the building and went to the tour bus, and this was at the same time that Kian was pulling up in the car, because based on his Twitter, I guess he went out to lunch with his mom or something. And then he got out of the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's Key and Molly. And then he walked up to the tour bus too. But Sam came out of the tour bus like right after that and went to the building, so everyone was watching him. So then when Sam went in, everyone stopped screaming. But they didn't realize that Kian was still walking to the building. And so then once Kian like went like this, everyone started screaming again. And then he was like this, and then I got a heck of a cool video of that. Like, oh my gosh. Then Ricky and JC came out of the building and went to the tour bus, and they went into the window and started like waving, and I was like, we were all like, I think it was JC. I'm like so sure it was JC, because all I could see was this smile, but I know it was his smile. Like, I could just tell it was his smile. And so he was like waving at us in the window, and it was so cute. And oh yeah, and when Sam came out, he like put his camera up and he took a picture of us, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm in Sam's picture? Like, oh. And so then after that, they put us in single file, and we walked into the building, and I got into the room, and like we got in there, and we were like, we need to find a spot. So we got into the side, and I was like, dang it, this is too close to the side. I want to be like in the middle. But then eventually everyone came in and pushed us, so we ended up in the middle anyway. But when I was watching the door, and when the girls would come into the room, they would get in the room, look around, and then just run and scream like across the floor. Like, it was so funny. And then yeah, and then after that, the show started, and when the boys came out, the crowd went crazy, and they were pushing, and the section, of course, that I was in, we all fell down on the ground, and there was people on top of me, and I was on top of people, and it was so scary. Like, I thought I was going to get hurt so much. And then my friend said that she was standing up. She fell, I guess, but then she got up, and she said that Kian made eye contact with her.
Also, don't throw your phone on stage.
Yeah, no throwing. No throwing stuff.
You don't let your phone break, alright?
But everyone. The most important rule tonight.
And then my friend said that she was standing up. She fell, I guess, but then she got up, and she said that Kian made eye contact with her and was like, oh my gosh, because I guess he saw us all fall. And I don't know, because I was trying not to get my legs broken because I was under like 50 people. And then finally somehow we got up. I don't even remember. It was crazy. I was so scared. And like I looked at my friend in terror and was like, help me, but she like didn't help me, and I was like, what the heck? And then it calmed down, and Ryan Beatty came out on stage, and he performed, and he was so good, and he's really cute in person. And then after that, Ricky and Kian came on. Actually, before that happened, everyone came on except for Trevor, and they were like, oh, Trevor is late. So they did this game where they had to like, Kian and JC had to act out why Trevor was late, and they made up all these reasons, and Trevor had to come on stage and like guess what they were acting out, and it was really funny. And then after that, it was just Ricky and Kian on stage, and Ricky was like, because Kian was doing his like crab voice or whatever and crab face, and he was like pretending like he couldn't speak English because apparently he got hit on the head with the piano, and Ricky was helping like translate, and then Ricky like told him how to get his voice back. But it was so funny because before they started the game or whatever, Kian accidentally said something, and then he was like he wasn't supposed to talk, and then yeah, so then that happened, and then JC, Connor, and Sam came on, and they were, I forget what they were doing actually, but they were just, I was trying to figure out my camera at this time, but they were making a bunch of jokes, and it was really funny, and I specifically remember Connor making a joke, and he was like, I'm positive, and he was like, get it, it's a math joke, and I don't know why, that's what I remember. And then I just remember I kept staring at JC's tattoo because I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so good in real life. Okay, so Ricky performed his song "Ordinary" and it was so good, and I was like so happy. And then he performed he performed "I Really Don't Care," and JC was recording, which means that we might be in his video. I'm hoping in the music video for "I Really Don't Care," and he sang "Ordinary," and then they brought fans on stage and they did a dance off, and honestly, Kian and his girl, I shipped them romantically, like they should date. But then Coco Jones performed, and like she performed Honeymoon Avenue, and she was so good, and like honestly, she slays. Like she's like my queen, honestly. Like she's a really underrated person because she was on Disney Channel. Like she's so good. And then right after that, Trevor performed Someone, Dark Side, and Echo, and oh my gosh, obviously they were amazing. And he performed Fancy, and he's so good. Oh my gosh, like I've never wanted someone's attention so bad. I was trying to get his attention like so much, like, but it never worked. And I was like, oh, I love you, Trevor. And then in between like the transitions, when they would like come off stage and go on stage, they'd be playing like 5 Seconds of Summer and One Direction songs, and like we all know how much I love them, and like I was so happy. And then also like everyone there loved One Direction and 5 Seconds of Summer, and I was like, yes, like you guys get me, all of you get me. And so like I was just like, I felt like I was at home when I was there. And they did Dress Up O2L, where they brought different fans on, and they had to dress up O2L like girls. And I don't remember. I think like maybe Trevor or Kian won. I can't remember. But it was so funny. And like I really wanted Connor to win, but he didn't. And I was like, what the heck? But then they did a kissing booth with Sam and Ricky, and you had to like post a selfie on Instagram and tag Invisalign in a hashtag. And I did it, but I didn't win. But it was still so cute, and I was like cheering for them and stuff. And then they did.
We're not just gonna leave it there for the
streets, and we dance all night to the best song ever. You will be like, now I can't remember how it goes, but I know just trying to prove, bitch. Let me tell you about 6 young fellas that really know how to get down. Coast to coast and out to LA, yeah, they run this in town. I'm talking about JC, Kalen, Colin, Sam. Texas.
your support of Digitour and O2L, giving such a fine audience. Hey, here's one more time. Give it up for O2L!
And then they danced to their O2L song, which is like, I recorded that whole thing because that song is just so iconic, and JC's so adorable. And then they left, and so everyone thought they were gone, so everyone started to leave. So I grabbed my friend and we went to the front, and then there was like strobe lights, and all of a sudden they came back out in banana suits, and they got water bottles and sprayed all of us everywhere. And then JC sprayed me in my eyes, like there was like 2 streams, and they both went into my eyeballs, so I couldn't see. And then Kean crowd surfed right next to me, and I didn't even know, so I didn't get to touch him. And I didn't get to know because JC sprayed me in my eyes, so I didn't know Kean was right next to me. But what sucks is, what's cool is that I was recording still, so I could see like Kean like right next to me come out of the crowd, and then I was like, what? He was right there and I didn't even know. And then JC took off his banana suit and threw it in the crowd, and I grabbed it, and like 5 girls grabbed it out of my hand, but I was like, I'm not gonna let go, so I kept holding on, and they were like on my arm, and then they started like bend my fingers back, and I was like, it was hurting, and you can hear me I think in the video, and I'm like, ow, and like I'm like trying to pull my hand out, and then I was like, I don't even want this anymore, just like let me have my hand back. And they wouldn't let me have my hand back, and it hurt, and I was scared they were gonna like hurt me, but I finally got it out. And then Kean and Sam took their shirts off and threw them in the crowd, and I almost caught them, but I didn't. And I like jumped on people. Like, I'll admit it. I was like crazy for a second. And then after that, we went to go get like merchandise and like shirts and stuff. And then we got, let me show you. We got this bracelet me and my friend did. I don't know if it's focusing, but it says Trevor Moran on it. And then I got this shirt that has Sam on it, and it says Power on the back, and that's what we bought. And but then while we were buying our stuff, we could hear people behind us like screaming, and they were looking down a hall, which meant like O2L was walking down that hall because they were leaving the city and going outside. But we didn't know that's what they were doing, so we just stayed and got our stuff. Then we went outside and realized there was a crowd, and they were taking pictures and signing stuff, but only the people in the front. And since we were buying our shirts, we didn't get to be in the front, but we could have. But it's okay because I'm happy that I got my stuff, but like I really would have liked to meet them. But so we stood back and we like put our cameras up, and we just were like taking pictures of them, taking pictures with other people. And then Kean got on a car, and he was like telling us to be quiet, and he was like shirtless. But since we were like so far back, we didn't see that JC was also sitting on the car taking pictures or recording us. And I was like, dang it, like I wish I could have seen that, because I saw another girl, she took a picture of it from a different angle and she posted it, and that's how I know that JC was there. But then like they came, but then while they were doing that, Sam drove in a car, and like he left like really fast behind us, so like half of the girls were still trying to get their pictures, and half of them went to Sam's car. And I'm pretty sure I could see like his arm through the windshield, but I couldn't see any of his tattoos because it was just like his sleeve. But if he was wearing a white shirt, then I definitely saw him through the front windshield. And then I was like, wait, let's just go and try to keep getting pictures, but then it didn't work out. So I was like, okay, let's go to Starbucks across the street, because we hadn't even gone to the bathroom once that day, and we were there for like 6 hours. So we went to Starbucks, and I bought Starbucks, and my friend went to the bathroom, and I didn't end up going to the bathroom because it got crazy in there, because like all these girls, obviously they're going to go to Starbucks right across the street. But what sucks is like I ordered a water with my Frappuccino because I was like going to die, but I still need Frappuccinos like every time I go to Starbucks. But he like got an attitude, and he was like, I'm not going to give out water because there's too many people here. And I was like, okay. And then the girl next to me, she ordered water, and the other cashier lady like gave it to her, and then I was like, okay, what the heck? But then the guy that was helping me turned to her and was like, do not give them venti water. Like, don't give any more people water. Give them smalls, and then don't give people water. It is way too busy. And I was just like, calm down, dude. And so then we left, and I didn't even get to go to the bathroom, and I didn't even care because I wanted to get there to see them at least leave. So we got there, and then what happened? Oh yeah. And while I was at Starbucks, a girl had the banana suit she had the banana suit that should have been mine. That was JC's, and I was so mad. I was like, man, I wish I could just steal that right now and run. But I wasn't going to do that because I'm a nice person. So we just left, and we went back to the venue. And right when we got there, we saw Connor, Ricky, JC, and Trevor in a car leaving, and I could see them like in the car, and they were vining later in the car. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I saw them in there. But I got right up to the curb, so I was right by their window, and I was like, I know they had to see me, and I was like, hopefully one of them is vlogging because I will be in their vlog. And so they left, and then I thought Kian was in there, but then I realized he was still there because the person I thought was him was wearing a bandana, and he had on a flower crown. So I went back to where the tour bus was, and I could see Kian was like far away at a different group, like signing and taking pictures and stuff. So he like stayed, like, oh my gosh, he was the last one to stay, and he stayed longer. I was like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. And so then finally he got into a car, and it was facing this way, and I was on this curb. So everyone was like gonna go onto that curb, like all the way across like the street, like down the street, so that they could like watch him leave. But the security was backing it up and stuff and blocking us off. So we ran all the way around the building, and we were like running like all the way down the street, and then we get to the corner, and we just see him like going that way, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And these girls but I was like, maybe that wasn't him, and the girls behind us were like, Kian just left, and you could just see my face in the video. I'm just like, no, like I was so mad. But then we were like, okay, well, we're still here, and we're like, there's still the tour bus, like this is our last thing. So we ran all the way back around the building, and then there was a place where the security was blocking it off because the tour bus was about to leave. So they made everyone leave, but then we went around like this back alley where it wasn't blocked off. So we ran. I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run to the tour bus. We're gonna take pictures in front of the tour bus, and then run away before the security can get us. So we ran. She started running so fast, and I couldn't keep up, and my beanie was falling off, so I was like, oh my gosh. So I was holding my beanie and running. We ran up to it. I told her to get in front of it. She took my phone with her for some reason. I was like, no, give it back. So I took my phone back from her. She ran in front of it, and the security was like trying to get us to leave, and I took the picture of her, and then she grabbed my hand, and we started to like run away. And then the security was like, wait, and he called me back, and he was like, go take a picture. So I got in front of the tour bus, and I took a picture really quick, and it was like really bad because I was like trying to rush. And then then after I took my picture, I grabbed my phone from Mallory, and we ran. But we got like 2 steps, and she trips like over me, I think, and she falls in the middle of the street. And I was laughing so hard, I just kept running. Like I just didn't even care. I left her, and I kept running, and I looked back, and security is laughing and helping her up, and I was just like laughing so hard I couldn't even like breathe. Like thinking about it now, it was so funny. And then immediately after that, her mom came and picked us up, and like we just. Oh
my god! Oh my god! It worked! Who is that? It's Trevor. It's JC. Oh my god! Look. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hi. Bye, Trevor. I won't do that side. Is that like they can see? My camera can see them, but they're in there. Oh my god! Oh my god. They're right there. Who's all in there? Oh my god. Okay, I see Trevor, JC. I see JC. Oh my god. Oh my god. They saw us. You know they had to have. You know they had to have seen us. I bet you at least one of them was vlogging. Now what? Okay, run. Oh my god, we're those crazy fangirls.
I never thought that'd be me.
Right? I've never ran for someone before.
I know.
And I haven't been to Starbucks.
Yeah, that was cute. Oh. That was cute. There you go. Oh my god.
But yeah, it was honestly the best day of my life, and I have no regrets, and I'm so happy that I went.
Let me tell you about 6 young fellas that really know how to get down. Coast to coast and wide to LA, yeah, they run this in town. I'm talking about JC, Kalen, Connor, Sam, Ricky, Kian, Trevor, Moran. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, cause now you're rocking with the whole damn fam. Oh yeah, that's O2L.
But everyone!
This bitch, Chloe, Ricky got sass, Sam got love, Trevor got them notes from above, Connor got the giggles and Kian is a bro, and JC is from Texas. Tonight we're gonna get 'em hell. Everybody screaming